As a child, I remember my grandmother taking me down to the Cabildo to see the amazing Mardi Gras exhibits and the historic gowns. So someone from the Rex organization approached me and said, would you be available? Can you put our queen down as one of your queens for the 2015 carnival season? I had actually already been contacted by Cece, knowing that her daughter would be debuting, and at the time I don't think she had any idea I was going to be making a gold dress for her daughter. Cece had a photograph she had taken of the portrait on the wall, and though they didn't want the all-over chevron of her grandmother's dress, they really loved the chevron around the empire line, and that was sort of our initial starting point of starting to design the dress with ties to her grandmother's dress. When we have the muslin, I very often draw all of the artwork on the actual muslin, and then from there we create it into panels because it's easier to bead and more efficient to bead slightly smaller pieces. So we develop the muslin, then design where the artwork will go, then we do paper patterns of all the pieces that will fit together like a fancy puzzle. And on those pieces of paper, I draw out every line where every bead goes, working out the balance, the placement, colorways, seaming details, and once all that's done, those blocks get beaded. So once all the pieces are assembled, the beading overlay is placed over the base gown. For Rex being gold, I layer an organza with a metallic silk organza that's custom dyed, that I custom dyed the proper color, that's then overlaid with a gold netting, and then the embroidery is on top of that. So we achieve the color and the radiance we need through layering. Once the overlay beading is on, we mend and sew it, almost quilting it to the dress, so it all becomes one beautiful layer of embroidery and metallic chiffon. My queens do come in when we're at the final or close to the final fitting. We have them walk, that practices if they're in a processional. I have a piano bench that we can use as their throne. I can hand them a ruler to use as their scepter to make sure that there's nothing that's uncomfortable or beading that's out of place or anything that's going to be in their way of walking, because they have to be beautiful moving as well as standing there. When I see the final product on the ball floor, it's a dream I never knew I had.